Welcome back to my channel. My name is YOODOO and I am a 30-year-old stay-at-home dad currently living in the countryside of Australia with my wife and 3 kids. And currently I'm making my main income as a musician through streaming royalties and getting my songs used on TV shows, movies, and video games. And in this video, I want to share one of my joys in life, which is eating a cheap $1 instant ramen at 2 a.m. in the morning when the kids are asleep, and so I can eat alone in peace and quiet. I quickly wanted to hang up my clothes for the morning sun. But before I can enjoy my ramen, I gotta finish off the night chores. Every night in the dark, I walk to the chicken house to close their doors so predators don't get in. And this is our little friend that always walks around the property just doing her own thing. Good night, little critter. She always likes to follow me in the dark as well. So when I don't bring a flashlight out, it's pretty scary. Alright, now on the way to the chicken house just to make sure they're all doing okay. Every night they need to sleep in this dome, which protects them from snakes and goannas and other predators that might attack them at night. The best thing about having these chickens is having eggs that are free range and organic to put into my instant ramen. Every night we need to do a quick head count just to make sure that the chickens are there because sometimes they get swooped by hawks. And after making sure that they're doing okay and perched up on their bamboo sticks, I quickly grab their eggs. Good night, my chickens. Bok bok. One of the best things about living in the countryside is being able to appreciate the skies and how vast and beautiful they are. And today I was able to grab 2 eggs from the chickens. And I'm starting to get really excited to put these into my ramen. Just a few more chores to go. These are the little things that I look forward to in my day-to-day life. I know it's a bit sad. And now I try to get my 2 boys to sleep while my wife breastfeeds our newborn baby girl. It's such a mystery why little kids get super energetic right before bed. I don't know why. And now time to read some Japanese books for my kids' bedtime.
どんな大きな怪物だってみんなで力を合わせれば捕まえれるよ絶対に
Because I was born in Japan and I spoke Japanese to my parents growing up, it was my first language that I wanted to teach my kids, but it's been a bit difficult because living in Australia, everyone speaks English, and I've been trying to read them books for that reason. And they have fallen asleep, and I actually fell asleep a bit on the bed after as well, but I'm going to sneak out now. It's roughly about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to slowly sneak out so I can finally enjoy my ramen. But before I indulge myself, I'm gonna have to do a few things like prepare my little boy's lunch for the next day and do a few more last minute chores so the house is ready for the morning. This is something that I've been enjoying doing because I really like packing lunches. The lunches that my little boy gets is a sandwich with other snacks and fruit from the property. When I was a little boy, I remember bringing rice balls to school and always being teased and all the kids saying that my food was gross because of the seaweed that was on it. And I remember always asking my mom to get me sandwiches to bring to school because I didn't want to have different lunches from the other kids. And now that I'm an adult and I see how much longer it would take to make Japanese food for lunches, I feel bad for my mom because I was being so picky. Because the food that she would make every morning was a lot more complex than these sandwiches that I'm making now. And I usually add these homegrown mandarins that my little boy can bring to school. Having a bunch of mandarins has definitely saved us a lot of money in the long run. And I'm just going to add a few snacks for snack time, or also known as recess in America. And now that his lunch is packed for school tomorrow, now we get a bit closer to my instant ramen. And now I'm going to quickly empty the dishwasher and clean up the house a bit. This is the type of chore that goes a lot easier and quicker without the kids making a mess as I go. And because I grew up in a very traditional Asian family where the mother does all the housework like cleaning and cooking, it's something that I really had to get good at, especially with having kids and being a stay-home dad. That being said, I'm still learning a lot from my wife, who is a very good housemaker. She's got hawk eyes when it comes to cleanliness. Now that I'm gonna make my instant spicy ramen, I'm gonna prepare and open the windows. It's gonna get hot in here. I've been waiting all day to make this ramen and I'm finally here. So the extra ingredients I add are green onions that we get from the garden, which is free, the free-range organic eggs that I grabbed earlier, 1 mushroom cup, a small slice of tofu, and my favorite part, the cheese. This $1 instant ramen is definitely a comfort food that I've always had since I was a kid. So this is a taste that really reminds me of my childhood and it gives me a really home feeling. If you guys can let me know in the comments below what food reminds you of home or gives you a comforting feeling. You can get Shin Ramen anywhere, but in Australia you can get it at Aldi even, but it's a bit more expensive at Aldi, so I usually get it at Costco where it comes out to $1 a pack. So now let's start making the Shin Ramen. First, we add the dried packets of vegetables and the spice, and we mix it up. And now I start putting all the vegetables in no particular order. Just make sure to put the tofu, eggs, and cheese last. While I wait for my instant ramen to cook, I'm going to watch some live Japanese TV. By paying for this Japanese TV subscription, I'm able to watch Japanese TV live in Australia, and my kids can also grow up watching Japanese TV like I did. And even as an adult, even though my kids aren't around, I still like watching kids' TV shows because it just reminds me of my childhood. After getting a bit distracted watching the Japanese kids TV show, I quickly went back to my shin ramen and started putting the green onion and the eggs. After mixing up all the veggies and the noodles, I'm going to now put in my tofu, and this is something that I do because it reminds me of Korean style sundubu. Even though the free range egg is one of the best parts, adding the cheese on top at the very end is probably one of my favorite parts of adding it to the instant ramen. This is what I've been looking forward to all day. Adding a lot of these fresh ingredients to my shin ramen is one of the best ways that I can enjoy this really spicy instant ramen. Yum. I'm sure a lot of parents can tell you that when you have kids, it's very difficult to have alone time and to be able to enjoy and savor a meal. Even though it's 2 a.m. in the morning at this point, I still enjoy being able to eat my shin ramen while everyone sleeps in the house. These are the little moments and things that make me happy in my life. In this Australian countryside house, all you hear is slurping of a big Asian man eating his ramen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.